As soon as Donald Trump became president, he took strong action and signed 80 executive orders in one day. He launched a mission to eliminate China from the Panama Canal and declared an emergency at the Mexican border. Drug cartels operating in the U.S. will find themselves in serious trouble. Friends, Donald Trump has made a sensational comeback as the American president, and on the very first day, by signing 80 executive orders, he has revoked many rules established by the Biden administration, implementing his new rules that have caused an earthquake not just in America but across the entire world. Trump has imposed heavy tariffs on imports and exports with Canada, Mexico, and China. He announced changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, declared the intent to regain control of the Panama Canal, and stated that he would do so by any means necessary, even if it requires a military attack on Panama. Additionally, he announced surgical strikes against drug cartels hiding in Mexico and declared an emergency at the Mexican border. Within just 2 hours of the inauguration ceremony, reactions to Trump's decision shocked and unsettled people around the world. Questions are being raised about these decisions, but Trump's actions have abruptly shown their true power. The decisions causing the most discussion are the taking of the Panama Canal and the strengthening of the Mexican border. However, why does America need to take control of a canal in another country? And why does China not want the Panama Canal to fall into America's hands? Let's explore this in the video. Friends, a statement being circulated throughout India after Donald Trump's inauguration was that Trump did not invite Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the ceremony, suggesting that relations between India and America have soured and that Trump no longer regards PM Modi highly. However, if you look at the photos from Trump's inauguration, you will see that our Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar was seated very close to Donald Trump in the front row and was given full respect. Now that the truth has come out, many people are saying that S. Jaishankar went to beg for an invitation for PM Modi, but we cannot understand why many people do not use their brains in the pursuit of spreading propaganda. Now just think, if the Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar is seated in the front row, then can Prime Minister Narendra Modi not sit there? Of course he can, but this is a new India, and the Prime Minister of the new India will not simply walk around with his head held high everywhere. Rather, he will go where he is needed, and the Foreign Minister will go where he is needed. This does not make any sense in raising questions about the Indian government, because it has been rightly said. Now let's talk about Trump's Panama Canal plan, which has shaken all of China. The country of Panama, which is located between the North America and South America continents, is a very poor country, but its location is quite important from a geographical perspective. This is because it connects both continents, and the Panama Canal, built in between, is the only link between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans with a very old history. Now, why does Trump want to take control of this canal? To understand this, we need to look at the history of Panama. In the year 1881, the construction of the 82 kilometers long canal began. Now, why was it necessary to build it? You can understand this in such a way that before the Panama Canal was built, U.S. ships had to travel 8,000 kilometers and take a full 25 days to send goods from the East Coast to the West Coast of America. At the same time, to go from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean, ships from around the world had to circle the entire South American continent, which was 11,000 kilometers long. However, by building a canal in the middle of Panama and connecting these two oceans together, the journey was reduced to just 100 kilometers. Now you might say that this canal was built by France, so why does America want to take control of it? Donald Trump just throws around anything. In 1882, the United States took control of the Panama Canal project from France. In 1906, U.S. President Roosevelt visited Panama, and within just 8 years, by 1914, the U.S. completed the 82 kilometers long Panama Canal, which it then controlled for the next 85 years. In 1999, ownership of the canal was handed over to Panama. At that time, the U.S. did not realize that this would turn out to be its biggest mistake, as during that period, manufacturing industries began to thrive in China, and China started its import-export business with countries around the world, making full use of the Panama Canal. As we mentioned, Panama is a poor country, so China first paid a good amount of money to Panama to have its ships pass through the canal, and then gradually started investing there, providing loans to the Panamanian government. Now just think about it, in such a large world, China only found this place to invest in. Donald Trump has stated that 14,000 cargo ships pass through Panama every year. out of which 75% are American ships. However, China is trying to assert its influence over the canal so that, when needed, it can exert pressure on America's weak points. President Trump even claimed that the Chinese individuals who have opened hotels and infrastructure businesses in Panama are somehow connected to China's People's Liberation Army. There are also secret agents of China hiding in Panama, and if the U.S. ever has a conflict with China in the future, it could take control of the Panama Canal and shut it down, which could lead to a significant war between the two countries, potentially sparking World War III. In this context, it is crucial for the U.S. to regain control of the Panama Canal, and now America is determined to take it back by any means necessary. Yes, Donald Trump is prepared to offer a MoMA vote to regain control of the Panama Canal, and if Panama does not comply, the U.S. may even attack this weak country. Trump has also given his warning. Regarding the emergency declared at the Mexico border, reports indicate that there are 22 million unauthorized immigrants living in the United States, and millions of immigrants from around the world enter the U.S. every year through the Mexico border, as there are many underground tunnels and secret routes created by drug cartels. These drug cartels supply millions of tons of illegal drugs from Mexico to the U.S. every year, which is corrupting American youth. The drug problem in America has grown so serious that in many states, youth are constantly under the influence and commit various crimes due to addiction. Now, Donald Trump neither consumes drugs nor engages in any other form of intoxication, smokes cigarettes, or drinks alcohol. He is completely against drugs and states that to progress America, we must stop drug smuggling here. Before going to Israel, Afghanistan, and other countries, the American army should manage its own country and find a root solution to this problem. Therefore, he has increased surveillance to deploy his army along the 3,100 kilometers long border with Mexico. He has also implicitly threatened the Mexican government to eliminate their drug cartels. If they fail to do so, America will strike them directly. He warned them not to claim that the American army is invading their country. Additionally, he announced changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, stating that only America uses that part of the ocean, so why should it be named Mexico? That's all for today. Will the arrival of Donald Trump's government benefit India or not? Do you think Donald Trump's decisions are right or wrong? Please share your opinions in the comments. If you like this video, please like and share it to get it to 5,100 likes. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for news from around the country and the world. Thanks.